Hey guys, welcome back to another video of mine. If you are continuing to watch my little series here on the Jada action figures, I do appreciate you. Thanks for watching it. It does help me out a lot. Now, today, I do have one of the female faces of fighting games, Chun. From Jada Toys, this is the Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers Wave. Let's crack her open, let's get her out of the case, and let's see what she's all about. So, taking this woman outside of her packaging, I can just go straight into it, and I'm gonna go right off the bat. What I like about this line is the same reason why I like, Tamashii Nations. For the reason being, like, you're not gonna find another figure of another character using the same body sculpt. I like how specific these sculpts are going to be for these specific characters, and that is something that I appreciate a lot. Like I said, growing up, when I used to buy my action figures from Hasbro, and I hate that in every video I feel like I'm kind of like bashing them, but it's not that. I just hope that maybe they can look at my videos and learn a little bit better. And I'm not going to say they haven't gotten better over the years. I just feel like they do like 2 steps forward, and then they do certain situations like, you know what, and they go 5 steps back. And so what I like about Jada is that going over Chun-Li's body here in her sculpt, again, I'm not going to see like another female character using her same body. And I like how everything's just unique to their own characters. But first glance, with this figure, just kind of like checking her out, I feel like they kind of nailed her to the point in terms of like her body proportion. Chun-Li has always been like heavy on the legs. Would you expect anything less from a character who all she does is pretty much kick? Probably not. I mean, dude, those thighs were meant for kicking. I wouldn't say they were meant for anything else. But going over what this figure comes with. Now, before I do forget, because I almost forgot in my last video, like I said previously, each character kind of comes with their own like little background arena stage, or whatever you want to call it. Now, this one, Chun-Li does come with a... Sorry, Chun-Li. Chun-Li does come with a... kind of like a market arena. I don't know what this map is called. I could be wrong. Maybe it is market. Who knows? But it's been a while since I even seen these games. There's only a few maps that I remember off the top of my head. But other than that, no. But yeah, she does come with like this market one. So as you can see here, I always tell people it's kind of cool, like if you want to like display them, obviously you can open these up a little bit more. I just haven't separated the tape, but yeah, you could always display that with your case if you wanted to. I again, personally don't really mind much about the extra cardboard. I'm fine with just having the figure by itself. But yeah, another thing too, like about these figures that I'm noticing is they stand pretty well on their own. I feel like all of them do. That is a huge plus for me. Like, it's not going to be as hard to display or pose. All of them do have like a little peg hole at the bottom too. So if you wanted to like peg them up and put them on a stand, even better. But yeah, I think like on their own, they're pretty good. I think at this point, it's just a matter of like, do you have the skill or not to kind of like do like the one leg and whatnot. But we'll get to that another time. Going over what this figure comes with before I go into articulation. This figure comes with 4 accessories, okay? 2 of them being different hands, so as you can see. Oh, if I can grab it and let it focus in. So she comes with like these open palm, like judo chop hands. Or you can just go up to people and be like, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap, right? Every figure I feel like comes with like their battle face. This is Chun-Li's. And so, you know how I was expecting soft plastic? You can already tell yourself. Her buns come with soft plastic. The front of her hair is soft plastic. The back isn't, but that's fine. Her hair's tied up anyways, but pretty cool. I like that so much, man. You guys have no idea. And then she comes with this accessory, which comes with its own stand, which the stand just fell. Let's remove that. Pretty easy. Yeah, so this is like her flurry kick or her lightning kick. I don't remember what the name of her move is, but let's just call it lightning kick. But yeah, comes with this. Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, not much. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it gets straight to the point. So this accessory comes with the little peg hole here. And just like that, you can slide it in. And with Chun-Li, you could probably put her legs in either one of these two. I wouldn't do it on the bottom one just because that's where the peg is at. But then the other two are available. And of course, you just put this on the stand. Sorry about the camera. And you just put that on the stand. Just like that. Going over this figure's articulation. Okay? Her head can go all the way back, just like this. And she does have a little neck peg also at the bottom, so you can see. So you can get some extra rotations if you want. Now, her head can go about that much down. Now, moment of truth, her shoulders, right? Her shoulders can go about this high up at a 90-degree angle. The bicep swivel is not actually right here at the top. It ends up being right over here in the sleeve area. So that's where her bicep swivel is, so you can see. Double jointed elbows. And she has a wrist swivel. You can go up or down, just like the other ones. Her ab crunch, so her torso, she can go back about this much. She can go forward about that much. And as you can tell too, like she has a lower abdomen crunch right there, like a peg. So you can kind of just get a lot of motion in that. And at the top too, swivels. Now, when it comes to the lower half, Chun-Li can go forward about that much. The plastic is soft. So it's not that her plastic here is getting in the way. It's just, again, Chun-Li has big thighs, man. Huge. So she can only go forward about that much, it looks like. And if we can go outwards, she goes high about that much, which I don't think is bad. Let's see if we can display her like this. Probably some skill issue, but it looks like she might be able to do pretty well on her own. Yeah, look at that. See? She is standing on one leg. Perfect. Now, she has a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. She has like a shin swivel here around the boot and ankle pivot. She could plantar flex around this much, and she can dorsiflex around here. I do like the simplicity of these action figures. Like I said, they're not going like too crazy into it. For Jada, I mean, dude, they're kind of like nailing it. Now, one thing I do wanted to point out to you guys too. Sorry for hitting the camera multiple times, Jesus. But her wrist guards, they're like tight on there. Like they're not going to be like swiveling around while you pose your figure. But at the same time, they're not like glued on also. So I think Jada did a really good job here because I really don't like when the wrist guards on my figures start moving everywhere. They kind of just have a good area where they stay in place. But yeah, you could move them around. They're just on there at a good measurement, man. It's solid. So, pretty good action figure. I would give it a good rating, man, honestly. Again, if you are a huge fan of Street Fighter, I highly recommend picking up these figures. And I think the proportion goes really well, too. Obviously, this figure is not going to be bigger than Ryu or Ken, but I do like what Jada's doing, like scaling these figures wise, because, man, it's kind of looking very accurate to how the characters are in the game and whatnot. But I like it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing like the future of Jada, where they're planning on going with this. Are they mainly sticking with the Street Fighter 2? Are they going to end up adding a whole new wave? Seeing what kind of designs they're going to follow up after this is going to be kind of exciting. So again, don't doubt, if you are planning on picking these action figures up, feel free to get them. Again, you can find them at your local retail stores like Walmart, Target, and of course, if it's hard to find there, because I know everywhere is kind of hard to find figures in store or in person, feel free to check out my boy Toyko, who could secure some figures there, if possible. You know, it's just kind of crazy with the economy, but they're out there, guys. Love y'all. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video, okay?